It seems like the market's known the potential impact of tariffs on the sector. Why is this a surprise?
Well, I think the change was while we had a good Q3 with top-line sales beat and a good comps, we did change Q4 guidance around List 4A specifically. And I think the opportunity was in Q3 when we went to guidance, we did not include that. And our team works real hard on mitigating tariffs, but that's a pretty short window from the time we had 6 days to the Q4. So we thought best get into our guidance for Q4.
What is the strategy to mitigate tariffs at this point?
Well, it's some of the same things we've talked about. We negotiate lower costs. It's just as simple as sometimes meeting face-to-face with our vendors. We are moving some product out of China. We're sourcing it elsewhere. We are redesigning product. 4A is a bigger spread of product for us, and on short notice, we really won't get a chance until January when we're on one of our major buying trips to meet with vendors face-to-face again.
Is there no ability to raise price?
Oh, everything's $1 at Dollar Tree. At Family Dollar, we do have that opportunity. It's about really getting the value. We've never promised the exact same item. We've always promised great value at $1. So the opportunity to pick and change items is there or negotiate lower cost.
All right, then, so ex-tariffs, strength of the consumer overall. What do we say now?
Well, we certainly, at Dollar Tree, we like comps at both banners, at 2.8 at Dollar Tree, 2.3 at Family Dollar. That's now 4 consecutive quarters. So our renovation of our store base is working at Family Dollar. And again, what we've called out is we have mixed pressure at Family Dollar. Our consumables are doing great. You know what, the items that a customer needs a little more jingle in her pocket as she goes into the holiday season, that's where our pressure is right now.
Are you planning as if the next round of tariffs on Chinese imports is going to go into effect in mid-December?
That's exactly what we called out, Morgan, was that for Q4, we expect all the tariffs, including 4B, to go in.
What does that mean in terms of freight costs? Have you been pulling items, pulling inventory forward ahead of that?
As best we can, and some of these notices, we don't get that much time, and you're buying this often 4 months in advance, so our ability to land freight sooner, yes, we take advantage of it. But that would change in 2020 if the tariffs are in. Now we're back to going after lower costs, changing product, changing countries.
I do wonder this, though, in the future, if in fact the tariffs come off at some point in the future, you will have taken cost out of your business. One would imagine your margins will be higher than they otherwise were prior to tariffs.
I would not have wished tariffs on us, but exactly right. This has combined our teams to really negotiate in a different way, look at the value of the product. Look how we pack the product to go into ocean containers so it lands cheaper in the U.S. So that toolkit is there. And yes, there's a margin there to be had if and when tariffs go away.
You did get a number of questions on the call about margins overall at the Family Dollar stores and how that's going in terms of your plans there, I guess H2 and what you're talking about. Do you expect to see margin improvement? Are you happy with how it's gone so far?
Well, we're not happy with the margin. We really set down to change the face of the store base, and that was with over 1,000 renovations this past year. We announced another 1,000 next year. We like the foot traffic. The transaction count has gone up in H2s and the fleet. That hasn't happened consecutively in a long time at the banner. So our changing face of Family Dollar is really going to be the fundamental change. We've got to work on the mix now, but we had to get transactions, more customers in the door.
Every day, investors wake up, we come in here to the office, we try to figure out where trade is, right? What happened on the call last night? What's the readout from the Chinese versus the United States? Is the radar any better at a retailer? How do you guys find out where things are, moment to moment?
That's a good question. I follow, maybe I follow you folks as soon as I do every morning. But when you're over talking to our vendors, there's the opportunity because there is a nervousness of who's going to get business because we can combine within China, who's going to lose business because we can find folks outside. And sometimes it's a better deal just to change the packaging and get a lower cost coming into the States.
What's the best example of a supply chain migration you've made?
Solar lights. I mean, our little decor that you can write this week, get all your Santa Claus solar lights to decorate your driveway, that's moving out of China to Vietnam and Burma.
And capacity is there?
To do most of our product. And that's key because you can't pick up with the volume we do and give somebody that first PO that's going to shock and awe them with the kinds of quantities. So you have to qualify them, and then give them a test order. But those are some of the things we're doing.
We've done some work on this, whether it's capacity or getting it to port in time, reliability of vendors. Has it been frustrating overall?
I give great credit to our marketing and our merchandising teams. We have done this really without a hiccup as we parachute into this teacup into the fourth quarter with all this merchandise coming into our stores.
Carl, Jim, and me were having some fun with the helium shortage this morning a bit, but for you, it's serious business. I mean, it does actually have an impact. Is it going to continue? Is there a light at the end of the tunnel here for when helium is going to be abundant once
Biggest
again?
impact is first half. When you think about Valentine's, Mother's Day, graduations, clearly a bigger impact this year. It's a real thing. Folks, we're known for it. Folks come in, and if they buy that, they buy something else. So that's the 20 bips that we commented on. And what we got redesigned is what's the next helium balloon. I'm not sure I've invented that yet, but our teams are working real hard on getting other exciting product in the assortment.
What's the best-selling item?
In our store?
Yeah.
At Dollar Tree and Family Dollar, it will vary, but I would say your basics. So when you think about toilet tissue, #1 item in those stores, right? But when you think about items this time of the year, charger plates online at Dollar Tree become the #1 item. So somebody's decorating their table, all those items that you can put on your table, including the centerpiece for $1, those are the items that change this time of the year.
Are you surprised at a 15% loss in market cap today?
You know, we went into it really with the thought we need to be as clear as we can during this whole year, starting off with our store optimization. How should we think about our business, get transactions? I think we got credit for that. I think today saying where we were headed for Q4, again, we wanted to be as transparent as we could. Listen, we'll be rewarded if we do the right things going forward like we talked about on the call.
Is there any clarity on 2020, or is there so much emphasis figuring out what the next 12 weeks are going to look like?
Listen, we're focused in stores and with our merchants on the next month really to go. We're around the time of our budgets coming together for 2020 to really mitigate the things that we called out today.
Store base going to change much?
We're going to grow stores. So you've heard us call out 1,000 more H2s for Family Dollar. But on top of that, we'll have more new stores for both Dollar Tree and Family Dollar coming to somebody's community next year.
That's sort of outlier in retail overall, right?
It is. We're proud of it, and we've added that kind of store count for the last 3 years. So.
CNBC headline last week, FDA flags Dollar Tree for selling over-the-counter drugs made by companies with pattern of serious violations.
That's right.
What's the update on that?
Well, we certainly are working. We have a response to the FDA. We take it very seriously. We have a testing protocol for our items, and we're going to work very closely with the FDA to really understand what it is they'd like us to do on top of our normal testing today. More to come. We import a very small number of items of our OTC assortment. So we're looking forward to meeting with the FDA in the next coming weeks.